There he goes, left side. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 8-3.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check. Hey, switch gears.
Get it.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
50, plant.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Hey, high 7.
34's a look. He's coming.
Yeah.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
To throw on third down. Boyd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Here's King on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
55.
From the gun, King. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check three.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On 2nd down, Arrington. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 9. Check. Fresh down. 80 weapons. Slam. Watch twist. Check 3. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Pass.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
14, Monarchs 3.
They'll run on first down. Kenny. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
To throw on second down, King. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
King now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. Kenny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check, check. Lucky. Ready.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Boyd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Ready? 60 or.
That's got to be on.
Hey, Echo.
31's the mic. Man out.
X3. 218, chop.
It's our time.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Boyd. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Haywood!
31's the mic. Ready? 31's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
At the 42-yard line, a 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Check 55 to Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Let's go.
First down and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Fournette fighting through. 18 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
That's the way. Greystone travel. Alert 3. Check. Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's checking crap.
2 yards on the pickup.
You got tight.
It's 2nd
You got
and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On second down now, Arrington looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third.
Watch out. Check 15. Check 15.
They'll keep it on the ground. Arrington. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On first down, Arrington. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
60 Pittsburgh.
They're scared. Safe.
Be driven.
On second down, here's Fournette. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
50. Like 50. Hey, here I come.
Back to throw. Boyd. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. On first down, Boyd eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Penny. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. On the draw, they go to Geis. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
And it's third down.
Right. Now.
Looking to throw. Boy. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
King on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Geis. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun. Boy, flushed out right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Boyd. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now King looking to throw on second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Fournette. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6.
15, check Mike 15. Check. Let's go Mike 50, Mike 50.
Operating from the gun. Boyd, flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
You draw quarter.
This is Fournette. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. What we got, what we got, what we got?
Now Rashad Penny. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Mine's 50. Stay with your man.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Boyd eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Penny, a first down carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
His guys take over first and 10.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And he will have a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
They'll take over first and 10.
Baby, let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is King. Back to the air on second down. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's King. From the gun, he'll throw. Flipping left side, and he's got a man. That's Mullins. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. King now, operating from the gun. And he will take it in for the touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their time.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Cut. Hey, check back.
Bud.
Watch the pass. 34.
Hey.
Here we go. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in.
Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Alpha.
31's the mic. Come on.
Big grip.
From the gun, Boyd. And that will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Taken from just outside the 30. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Looking to throw. King to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! A great play there in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Flushed out right, and it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it. 59. Mike's 59.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Mullins. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Back to throw. King to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Here we go, set. 18 Gator, 80 weapons.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Hey, here we go.
Step.
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
8, read. Hey, high 7.
Mike 34, Mike 34. It's a party now. It's a party now.
Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 12. 1st down, London.
So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from Tom Dempsey range here. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for our visitors, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.